What's up, guys, and welcome to another beautiful morning here in Medieval Dynasty. That's right, baby, we're back. It's been a few days, but man, I'm excited to be back, and we have a lot going on. So it is currently the final day of spring here, which means we're on the clock. We've got to get everything planted before today is over with, and honestly, I'm a little bit nervous. So if we take a look at our fields here, obviously these first three are all carrots. We're going to be able to start harvesting those starting tomorrow in game, which is pretty exciting. Field 4 here is not looking great, and it looks like a lot of what I had him set up to do has now been canceled. I'm not even sure. Half of it doesn't even have a planting graph on there. So we had 4 more cabbage here. We had 4 rows of flax. And then I believe the last thing we had was 4 rows of oat. So let's go ahead and reconfirm that. So this field is pretty much halfway good to go. We obviously need manure, we need the seeds, and we need to plow it. Now, if we take a look at field number 5, looks like this kind of messed up a little bit as well. So we're going to want to put, I believe it's wheat in here, and then we're going to want to finish out the onions along here. So let's go ahead and accept that. But you guys can see, I mean, that's the progress that these people have so far, and it's been 2/3 of the way through spring. Like, I don't understand how they're so slow, and to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I don't think we're going to get everything planted. At the end of the day, it's not the worst thing in the world. I have been trying to help them out. I made a couple of hoes in the last day or so, and I've just been kind of housekeeping. I went and I cut down a lot of wood. You guys can see we now have 595 wood. That's actually a pretty bad bottleneck we have currently. We've got 2 wood sheds, 2 people that are good at extraction working them, and we don't have nearly enough wood. So it's just been kind of hard. I feel like our workers just aren't very efficient, and we don't have perfect people, but we've got people who are pretty good in their roles. So I've been trying to keep an eye on them. I've been trying to help them out. I mean, right now what we can do we have our, our hoe is not in our pocket here. We're going to go grab our hoe, and we're basically just going to, kind of walk around, be the boss today, and we're going to have to keep people in line and make sure that people are actually working and make sure that that everything gets done. Now, speaking of bottlenecks, that's actually something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And that's something that I've done a little bit of research on, because if you guys noticed the last few episodes I've been telling, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, it's kind of become a grind. And I believe that's because we are quickly approaching kind of like the end of development for right now. All right. Ooh, what is she doing? Okay, so she just stopped. She stopped with the manure. So now she's going to put seeds down. Okay. It'd be really helpful if you would just keep going with the manure, and then he would do the seeds, and then I could do the hoeing, and we could all kind of work together. But I guess that's probably not how this is going to work, is it? But anyway, yeah, we've kind of reached like a bit of a bottleneck in development. So currently, the last mission is actually what we're on right here. Chapter 9, Dynasty continues. You want to have a child, which we've already asked Batilda for, and you want to get 5,000 reputation. Now, all of the side missions currently going on, or a lot of them, are kind of open-ended. Like this one is wait for next summer, and we're only going to get a flatbread. This one is saying wait for further events, because they don't have them coded into the game yet. They're not there yet. A lot of the side quests I ran around yesterday and just kept reloading just to kind of test it out. A lot of them don't even give you any XP currently, because I don't think you're supposed to hit that 5,000 XP yet. I think you're just supposed to kind of hang out, obviously, develop your settlement and keep doing your thing. But there's not like any story left. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, without saying, oh, hey, this is as far as we are in development, they're saying, hey, you just have to sit here and grind until forever. There's really no objective until we add more in later on this year. Dude, this is going to take so long. Why are you just standing around? There is so much. Look at the guy behind you that's putting down the seeds. Why can't you go do that? I mean, we could potentially go buy some seeds, but that's going to be expensive. Can I talk to him? I have work for you. I mean, he's set up to be a farmer, but I can't tell him specifically, go grab the seeds or go grab the fertilizer or anything like that. So I'm just going to try to do as much as I possibly can. 2 of these guys are just sitting there doing nothing. I'm going to see, like, what's your name over here, bruh? What's your name? Poznan. All right, so I'm going to go in. We're going to take Poznan. I'm gonna go ahead and fire him and then reassign him to the barn. And I'm gonna say, let's assign him as a farmer just to get him to move. And then we're gonna go back in. We're gonna grab Posden. We're gonna delete him and then put him back on field worker, just so maybe that'll get him moving in some direction, and he'll just start doing something to help out the crew. But yeah, so basically there isn't really a lot of storyline left at this point in time, although they do have big plans for it. They've got a lot of challenges and events and all kinds of stuff coming in the future, which is exciting. So really we're kind of at a point where it's like it's a lot of grinding, and I think there is some interesting stuff we could potentially do, like if we start getting up in here and we start getting some of the cool like crossbows and stuff like that. But I also think those are really far off. I mean, this is probably the closest we are, but you got to think we're 14 or 15 episodes in grinding, and we're at how many points here? We're at 3,000 points. We need to get to 5,000. We need quite a bit more. We're just over halfway just to be able to get the crossbow. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I'm going to see what we have going on. I mean, obviously we could benefit from setting up a good way to make a lot of money and just keep farming and just keep going forward and keep, you know, building the settlement and stuff like that. You kidding me, bro? Really? Look how long it takes him. I already did it. You guys are so worthless. Look at this. He's still doing the same thing. Watch. All right, we're gonna race. You ready? You ready? Oh no, I beat you. Are you kidding me? We actually played that one kind of close. I'm gonna keep doing it. He's just gonna go behind her and do it anyway. At least we have a second guy working on seeds. We need Nawaj to move again. I'm gonna try that trick again. But yeah, so we're kind of almost at like a. You could keep playing, you could keep grinding, and there's definitely stuff for us to do, but I also don't want it to get too repetitive. So I need to look into it. I need to see if there's any way we can really kind of start farming XP and that sort of thing. Obviously, we'd benefit from doing a few more seasons of crops and stacking up our money and stuff, but it might end up being one of those games where we kind of have to wait for a little bit. It's kind of like something like a Subnautica or something like that, where it's you know, it's not fully finished yet. They're still hashing it out. So even if we have to take a little break and then maybe come back to it or something, I don't know. It could be kind of interesting. So we'll have to see what happens. Like I said, I mean, I love this game. I just, you know, we're kind of at a point where it's hard to do anything but just do this kind of thing, which is fun for me. But I feel like, you know, a couple episodes of farming and running to town to sell it and that sort of thing is going to get a little bit old. So we'll see what happens. We definitely, I mean, if we take a look here, let me take a look at our technology. I believe, I mean, we've got excavation sheds, so we could start, you know, mining for stone and iron and stuff like that. We've got our resource storage 2, which we're going to be able to upgrade to here in a minute. We can't do the mine yet. We already built a fishing hut. We're going to be able to improve the hunting lodge at one point. We could get geese. We could get pigs. Could be interesting. We could make a smithy, but we'd want to get our you know, resource excavation thing in first so that we can have the materials to be able to buy stuff. It's just, it's kind of at a point where they've purposefully bottlenecked it and made it so that it's hard to advance forward because they're just not ready for people to be to that point yet. These guys just don't even know what's going on, dude. The fact that I'm helping them, they're just standing around. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Dude, I really need you to work because we've got 1 day left. This gameplay is just so riveting. Are you guys jealous? This is what I do for a job, is in a virtual world, a virtual medieval world. This, I mean, I don't know how my life led up to this moment, but it's pretty riveting. To be fair, if I wasn't so cheap and I would have been a little bit smarter with my money and I wasn't depending on my workers to provide me with free, you know, manure and seeds and stuff, we definitely could have been being a little bit more active. But like I said, I mean, if we were to try to run into town and sell a bunch of the pottages and buy seeds and stuff, by the time we got back here, we wouldn't have much time left anyway. So I really think this is about the pinnacle of what we're able to do today. We have another person just standing in the door over there. We got our wife Batilda over there off in the distance, just kind of hanging out by the chickens. So we're just gonna try to make ourselves as useful as possible. Are you serious? You're just gonna stop right there. We're on our last row. We have like 9 slots left. You're just gonna cross your... Dude. I can't stand it. Look at Casimira's here. All right. So, why? They're just leaving it there, whatever, and just stopping, not even going in a straight line. You guys shouldn't be allowed to drink on the job. These guys are just standing in here. Come on, can you move, please? Can anyone go do anything? I would really appreciate it. I can't even count on these people to work. Like, I don't even understand why I invited you guys to my community. I have to sit out there and farm wood for days at a time just to keep your houses home, or your house is home. Your house is warm in the middle of winter. And then by the time it's springtime, y'all just don't want to do anything. Look at this dude. He's still just standing in the doorway. Ah, here we go. A nice little save and reload has gotten him back into shape. Your boy just gotta keep him on a short leash. The boss is always watching. So, yeah, I know this is riveting gameplay here. We're just gonna keep on waiting. And hopefully eventually they actually finish up with this. All right, so I was out there working in the fields as much as I could, and then we took down some more, what do you want to call it, trees and stuff to be able to make some firewood. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to go to bed. We're going to have to wake up in the morning. We're going to have to get back after it. So I honestly don't even know what to do. I guess technically we could build a second barn and hire more workers, but our problem is even when we have 4 workers, they should be able to do this. They just aren't being efficient. You know what I mean? I did so many save and reloads and like hire them and rehire them and that sort of thing. But if you guys take a look at our fields, I mean, not even close here. And then over on field 5, we have this going on. But then you guys can see fields 1, 2, and 3. We have a lot of carrots that we're going to be able to work with. So we've got some stuff to do today. It's going to be fun. Somehow, when I'm taking a look at that there, somehow stuff that we planted like yesterday or 2 days ago is now good to go. So we're going to be able to pick some cabbage. Going to be able to pick some onions over there. But I think we're going to focus on the carrots. We're going to go over to our carrot field. Make sure we pick all those up. And then we're going to focus on making some money. I'm thinking we buy a few more farm animals and stuff, see what kind of trouble we can get into with that. But it looks like this is our giant 14 by 15 carrot fields. And we're just going to have to go through and we are going to collect as many carrots as we possibly can. And in the spaces that we didn't actually get planted, we're planting cabbage. Because cabbage you could plant in the spring or the summer. If you plant it in spring, you can harvest in fall. Summer, you get to harvest in winter. So, just gotta wait half a year. Obviously, it is. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a bug that they have there, and that's like we were talking about. Like the game is. Oh shoot, we are way overloaded right now. All right, I'm gonna have to drop some of these carrots. I guess we could probably walk with them. We're close enough. I just don't want to lose them. Obviously, the game is still kind of in early development. They've got bugs and little issues that they want to work out. Why is our chicken out here? I guess that's cool. So they're going to have to do that, and they obviously need to add more content in and stuff. So over time, it should get a little bit better, but it's just something you have to work with. So we did a couple of rows there. We already have 373 carrots. It's going to be able to sell at a value of 1 apiece, but the good news is we can make some beef and carrot stew, and I'm thinking that's what our focus is going to be, and then we can take that into town and sell a ton of it. You guys can see we've got quite a bit of meat here, so I'm going to put all these carrots over. We actually don't even need that many. We're going to need 287. The rest of it we're going to be able to put over in here. If people just want to, eat their own carrots, they can. And that's going to be my plan. We're going to make 287 beef with stews. We're going to be able to sell those for, I don't know, probably, $7+ a piece, something like that. And that's going to be a great way to make money. And then with that money, maybe we, I don't know, get some chickens or something. Some more chickens. We could open up a pig pen. We could save it. I have no clue. The other thing we got to worry about is, we are going to get absolutely bent over on taxes this year. It's the first day of summer, so we don't have to worry about it yet, but winter is on the horizon, and before we know it, we're gonna owe quite a bit. That is a little bit nerve-wracking, so we definitely want to try to save some of our money. We don't want to blow through everything. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'm just gonna finish getting all these. What's up, little buddy? I'm gonna get you a friend, all right? So you guys can start hanging out together. He is really getting far away from his house. Yeah, dude, this is I almost feel like we're a little bit too big for our britches. Like, I'm noticing a lot of little things, particularly in this episode, where people are just getting, like, so hung up on each other, and they're getting in each other's way and stuff. All those cabbages are good to go. I feel like I said, I mean, we have reached the last mission. I feel like we've kind of outgrown the state that the game is currently in, which is an accomplishment and also kind of a sad thing. Picking up some cabbage here, baby. Here we go. And then I guess technically oh, she was back there working behind us. Sorry, lady, I'm taking your job just because you're so freaking slow. They literally take like 8 times the time that we do. Look at her. All that time that we were doing all the carrots, all she got was this one row of cabbage. Like, and she's still trying to go behind me and pick the cabbage that doesn't exist anymore. It's outrageous. Can't forget about these tiny little fields here that these were some of the first ones that we had. So that's kind of cool. They're still giving back to us. It's crazy just how much we've grown. I planted this little one, and wasn't there? Oh, it's this little guy right here. Just one little straight line. Planted these 2 by myself, all by my lonesome. Now we got some help out there doing giant fields. Cool to see how we've grown. Fields have all been plucked of their resources. We're gonna go ahead and drop the rest off here. I mean, we've got a decent amount of food here. 1,500 carrots. There's no way we're ever going to be able to eat that many, so we're definitely going to have to sell some of those. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take quite a bit of this meat. So I'll take you know, a little bit more. How many in total do we have now? We've got 65 meat. So now we're going to take 65 carrots, and the good thing about the meat and carrot stew is that you don't have to char the meat beforehand, which is really nice. So now we just go to our cauldron. We're going to make that stew. We're going to make, well, what? Oh, it takes 3 carrots per meat. I didn't realize that. I thought it was one and one. That's why I was confused. I wasn't sure why we were only going to be able to make 21 of these things. But yeah, we're just going to make a bunch of these stews. Going to be able to go into town, sell them, and should be able to make a tidy profit off of it. All right, so very eventful evening there. We pretty much just cooked the entire night, and we have got a boatload of stews that we're going to go into town and sell. So you guys can see we can carry 59 of these things. They carry a price of 40. Typically, they'll offer you about half of what it's worth. I think sometimes if you're selling to somebody who really wants it or needs it, they'll pay you a little bit more. But, I mean, you know, carrying 60 of them, selling for 20 coin a piece, this is going to be a nice little business for us to be able to run, and we have a few hundred of them we can sell. So we're going to be able to get a lot of coin. I was thinking about it as we were cooking. I really don't know what I want to buy. Like, I kind of want to buy more chickens just because I think it'd be fun. We already have the hen house and everything, but the problem is the chickens don't really do much for us. They add eggs, which are going to be good for feeding our villagers, but, I mean, obviously, crops and food is kind of our main, you know, export in that sense. So we've got plenty of that. We don't have to worry about that. We could go buy like cows and pigs and stuff, but at the same time, we don't really have a need for them. You know what I mean? Like, it would be nice for them to be able to produce manure, but at the same time, we kind of have our fields and manure and everything on autopilot. So we don't really need that. It's not like we're making fancy clothing and stuff yet. So I honestly just don't even know what I want to buy with it. Maybe we just get a bunch of money and then leave it for now. Hey, Adelina. Hey, I've got soups to sell you. What time is it? 5:06 a.m. We're going to have to wait a couple hours. Here we go. She's finally up. Somebody's finally up. Show me your wares. I'm going to sell you these stews. They're going to fetch a price of 14. Wow. So they're worth 40. Isn't that what it said? Hold on. Let me check. Should we like think about shopping around here? Yeah, it says it's a price of 40. Hold on a second. I'm gonna wait. We got anybody else sleeping here? Let me go talk to somebody else. What's up, Adelina? Show me your wares. 14. They're paying us less than half. What about Unighost? Show me your wares. 14. Wow. All right. So we're gonna sell all of them for 826 coin. That is highly unfortunate. I thought we were going to be able to make maybe a little bit more than that, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to be fine. Now we just have to pretty much do that same thing over and over and just run back and forth. I'm sure you guys remember, but another thing that's really, really valuable that we did towards the end of last summer, we did on the very last day, are these berries. You get so many of them so quickly, so we honestly probably could kind of focus on this a little bit too. We can sell all of our stews. We can just go out and pick some berries and sell those as well. We're going to be able to make some good money. Just collecting and collecting and collecting. Dude, we're collecting so much, we're nearly hungry again. I mean, this is working out pretty well for us. Do we have any more berries back there? I mean, I think we're starting to get kind of loaded up. I think if we could find a couple more berry patches, I think there are a couple along this road, we could probably just make a full trip to go sell those, and that's it. I think there's a little one right here. Oh yeah, dude. That's what we need to do. We need to go out in the scouting mission. We need to find where all the berries are. All the big patches and stuff. And then every summer we can come out and do this and just make a boatload of money for honestly less work than it is to make all of those stews and stuff. But the stews help us with XP, which is good. So it's a double-edged sword. Making our way back here with our pockets absolutely overstuffed with berries. We didn't even go back and pick up any stews or anything, so we're gonna see just how many we were able to get. But yeah, man, I don't know. We gotta see what we can do. I'm gonna sit down, definitely leave comments of, you know, what, if anything, you guys would like to see next. I'm gonna sit down and really kind of review it. It's always, honestly, these you know, work in progress early access games always make it really hard. We've got 656 berries for 656 coin. That is pretty amazing right there. It's always hard because you don't know where to call it. And I definitely feel like our next step is to obviously keep expanding our village. And we could add a smithy, and we could add a resource extraction, you know, place and stuff like that, and start making iron tools. But what's the point of making iron tools if there's nothing else to do? You know what I mean? Like we've conquered all of the end-game missions so far. We've killed pretty much all of the animals. Like, yeah, we could go out and hunt some more bears, but we already did that in an episode. So like I can't really see much there. Like we obviously could just keep growing and inviting more people back and making a bigger settlement, but ultimately that's just going to lead to more frustrations with people getting in the way and not working and glitching and lagging and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see, you know, what the roadmap is looking like, if there's anything specific that we haven't done yet, and then like how far it's going to be out. I'm not saying that I definitely don't want to end the series here. There's no doubt about that. But I feel like we might have to take a bit of a break until the next update is kind of what I'm thinking. So, see what I mean? Like this stuff like this. If we keep adding in, they're just going to keep getting in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take, how many could we take? We could take 59, right? In one go. So that's 36 right there. Just kidding, that's the meat with gravy. We don't want that. We want the stew. Oh my gosh, we have so much stew, dude. All right, so we're going to take 59 stew. That should be just about perfect for our inventory. How much money do we have already? We've already got $1,500, so we're going to make another significant amount right here. So that's good. We've got money. We could expand. It's just a question of, like, you don't want to expand too fast. We don't have any specific objective that we have to do right now. And yes, it'd be cool to have a crossbow. But what are you going to do with the crossbow? Run around and shoot a bunch of random stuff so you have more meat than you know what to do with? Because we already have too much meat. Are we going to go, you know, invite more people back to our settlement? Just so that we're going to have to provide more wood and build more logging camps, and they don't even actually end up working. Like, what is this dude over here? I think he's going to a logging camp, but he produces like 2 logs an hour. So I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. We're gonna see what we can figure out. We may end up taking a bit of a break on this game just to let them kind of develop it further and add some more stuff in. Again, I don't know what that timeline looks like, but hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on the comments, and if we do end up deciding to pause it, we'll replace it with something equally as exciting. So, again, thank you guys. I'm going to see you guys later. Let's go ahead and sell this to Adelina. Give me your money, cuz we got 2,000 coin already. That's good stuff. I think regardless of what happens, next time we come back and we need money, we're going to be in good shape. So, I'm going to see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.